How's it going, everyone? Hope you're all staying safe. This is Fordham Firesides. I'm your host, Hank Michaels, and we are doing a brief impromptu Fordham Firesides podcast. My roommate, Teddy, is back. It's been about a year.
It's been a long time.
Fourth time on, though, so you're a regular at this.
I believe I've been on the most.
Yeah, you now have, because you passed Dave, who was on 3 times as well, so
Nice.
Congratulations. But yeah, we're quarantining together in the Bronx at our off-campus apartment, so that is why this episode's happening in the first place, why we're able to do it.
Yes. We are not breaking the rules, I don't think.
No, we shouldn't be. My table is 6 feet long, so we're pretty good.
I think you're probably allowed to be within 6 feet of someone that you're living with.
Yeah,
I imagine. Otherwise, that can get tough at times.
Yeah, it's got to be.
Especially in a small place like this.
Yeah, that'd be pretty unfair if they're like, if you're in your own house.
Also impossible to enforce.
Yeah, exactly.
They're like looking into your house. To see.
yeah, with a measuring tape ready to go. But yeah, I thought I'd just give an update on what the rest of Fordham Firesides is gonna look like. So I know that I had made a post prior to spring break, about a few days after we had classes canceled right before break, and then I think a couple hours after we had classes canceled for the rest of the semester as well. And I listed out about 8 episodes that I was going to do, which obviously I'm most likely not going to get to them. It really depends on when, the quarantine is lifted and when this all blows over. It might not even happen during this semester, which is most likely true. The first one I was supposed to do right after break was this guy Harrison, who I said he was my number one fan. This guy wanted to come on so bad.
Sides guy.
Yeah, huge sides guy. He wanted, and I finally told him that I would have him on, but that unfortunately does not look like it's going to happen now. So I apologize to him. The craziest episode yet, in quotation marks, with Key Busk, who is around. He's in the Bronx. Also, don't know if that's going to happen yet because it involved us eating food on the podcast. And, I mean, you can still order fast food now, but the logistics of that are just a bit more tricky than
What kind of food were you going to eat?
It was going to be like some kind of mukbang thing with fast food. I don't know.
What's mukbang?
I don't know.
What?
You just like eat stuff. You just eat a bunch of stuff.
Is that like the hot wing challenge thing?
Oh, like hot ones?
Where you eat?
I mean, I don't know. I just told him, let's do something with fast food. You come up with it. So
You guys could probably still do
maybe.
Once the regulations have relaxed a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. But like I said, I'm not ruling all these out yet. I was going to do Simon and Suits at Barnyard for the 50th episode. I still would really like to do that one before it ends. I know they're both very interested in doing it. It would be at Barnyard. I'd bring all my equipment there. It'd be quite the production, but obviously it would not be going on during a Thursday, Friday, Saturday night, but it would just be us in Barnyard. I feel like that'd be an interesting setting, so maybe I'll still get to that one. Again, depends on where this goes. I was going to round out the music list with 60s and 70s. I was going to have Fritz on again. We were just going to do that in one episode. Probably not going to happen at this point. I don't know. Maybe we'll just do a post on that or Instagram story. Special guest hosts I get interviewed. I was going to have my friends Maeve and Mila on because I probably had them ask me about 30 times that they want to interview me on my podcast, which seems to be a thing where like usually there's a group of 2 girls who come up to me and say they want to do that. So
Jeez.
I feel like they asked me the most. And so I was gonna let them run an episode for once. They're not around right now, so probably not gonna happen as well. The 4th roommate, I was gonna have Frank on, who is not here right now. Another one that's probably easy to do if and when he does come back.
Because you've never had Frank on before, right?
No, Frank's never been on. He always is like, "Oh, I gotta think of something," and then
what was he gonna talk about?
I don't know. I don't know. And then there was going to be a live episode was not guaranteed. It was going to be something with Cab, but that clearly is not going to happen. And then you and I were going to come on for the final episode, which my original plan was just to do like a conversational podcast that just went on for like an hour and a half or something, and then just end it. So that is not what this is right now. Teddy is still going to come on for another episode at some point.
Nice.
For the very end. It just kind of depends on what other episodes I'll be able to get in between now and then. But I will be ending this for sure once I'm done with Fordham, which would have been easy to like say, oh, I graduate, now I'm done, but we're not having graduation. I guess we're having a virtual graduation.
We're having some kind of virtual graduation on the day that graduation was supposed to
Okay.
happen.
Yeah, so I guess that'll be when I'm done.
And then obviously, like, we still technically graduated.
Yeah.
I guess,
yeah.
get to say we've had the credits and stuff like that, but then they'll do the in-person thing.
But yeah, it's gonna be weird because even if it's a virtual graduation, which one is like the stupidest thing I've ever heard of, but two, like we don't know what the deal is with our lease. Like, are we still gonna be here?
Yeah, when they're doing the in-person graduation.
Yeah, so I don't know where I'm gonna be this summer yet.
Yeah, I feel like it's difficult because a lot of seniors don't know where they'll be when the actual in-person graduation will happen.
Yeah.
And everybody's going to want to come back here, but then where do you stay? What if you're not even living in New York at that point? There's all kinds of problems caused by it. But
yeah, it's a real shame to like, because it's true that there are going to be some seniors in our class that are just not going to be at our in-person graduation, whether that's in July, whether it's in November, whether it's next April.
Have to miss it for some reason or another.
Yeah, which is a real shame. So on one hand, it's like it sucks that we're robbed of all this, and on the other hand, there's like a weird novelty to all of it. Like we were this class, we are the coronavirus class, and this will be a story for the next 60 years of our lives.
It's definitely one of those things that will stick with us forever.
Yeah.
We'll never forget it. I mean, everybody's in a situation where they'll always remember the coronavirus and quarantine and social distancing and stuff like that. But I think as far as remembering it goes, especially being our age, it affects that.
Yeah, I know. We are like one of the like being a college senior at this time is like a very significant thing for anyone our age that like to be affected by. Like obviously there's a lot of people out there who are being affected in like seriously worse ways, but like this is like everyone who is this age at this time who is in college is kind of having the same experience, and it's kind of fascinating in that sense.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So what have we been doing during this time?
We've played games.
Yeah, we've been playing board games, which is something you can do.
Yeah, it had been quite a long time since I'd played a board game, and I like playing board games.
Yeah.
I don't know where all that time went in college,
Yeah.
Looking back, I wish I had gotten in at least a couple more hours per week of board games now that I've experienced it again.
Had you ever heard of Pandemic Legacy before we played it?
I'd heard of it from you a little bit.
Oh, okay, from me.
Because sometimes you'd be like, bro, Pandemic Legacy.
Yeah, and we finally got to it. So Pandemic Legacy, well, first, Pandemic is a board game where like up to four people work together against the game, and it's like spreading a virus across the world, and you have to like prevent outbreaks and stuff. So very timely. And Pandemic Legacy is like a version of it where you put like, after a game, you put stickers on the board, you tear up cards and stuff, and it like affects the game over the course of like up to 20 rounds or something like that.
Yeah, so there's 12 months in the year, and each month you do well or not well, and that affects you throughout the whole year.
Yeah.
And then you get a final score at the end to see how well you contained the virus.
Yeah, and it's a game that probably people will play over the course of a year. We played it in about a week and a half.
Yeah, it took probably like 20 to 25 hours.
Yeah, that is easily the most significant thing I've done during quarantine. There's not, everything else has just been like watch movies, play video games, which, fun in their own right, but
Definitely.
like not memorable in the same way.
No, that game definitely was a good memory. A lot of intensity.
Yeah, and we found out there was a Pandemic Legacy Season 2.
Yeah, which is huge.
Which we'll definitely be getting to at some point.
Because right now we're sitting on about 3 more weeks of this, depending on... Yeah, at least. So another season of Pandemic Legacy could be welcomed.
Yeah, it could easily be squeezed in there. But yeah, until then, it hasn't been a lot of I'm sure our quarantine experience is not that different than other people's. If anything, it might be better because we get to hang out. Like everyone's like, I miss my friends, we're hanging out.
Yeah, you and me.
yeah, and we have some other friends like around and stuff, but
is it illegal to say that we've seen other friends?
I don't know. I will not confirm or deny that. There's no
not many though.
No, like 3 people at a time, maybe. I won't confirm or deny that.
Yeah.
But I'm not going home to my family. I'm not hanging out with other people. I haven't really spent time outside of this apartment.
Yeah. No, me neither.
Yeah, like besides going to Best Deli, the grocery store,
Yeah.
that sort of thing.
I've gone to Rams. I've gone to Modern Market. I've gone runs a couple times.
Yes. So if you're wondering about like missing the Bronx right now, you're not really missing anything.
No, I mean it's just that Rams Best is barely open. Rams is fully operational, and then
Best straight up shut down.
it's completely shut down.
I've walked past it a few times. It's always shuttered up or shut. Is that how you would say it? Shuttered.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, one stop around the corner for us. Shut down.
Yeah.
Rams is pretty reliable though, so
it's big.
And you can still order food from almost every place, which is pretty nice.
Yeah, that's definitely available. Chipotle is working.
Yeah, it's working. We did go over to Barnyard though.
Yeah, we saw
night.
Simon.
Simon asked me to come over for, I don't know, he's doing some live video or something.
He was announcing the results of
the model contest. And we were over there, and we were on screen for a second when I tried to add someone to the video with him.
The sharing live video feature.
Yeah, which was tricky. I didn't understand his phone. It wasn't an iPhone.
Oh, really?
Yeah, or maybe it was, I don't know. The interface was weird, so I was a little confused. So that was probably the other most eventful thing we did. Simon definitely seems to miss all of the Fordham types.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
He's excited to have things open up again when they do.
Yeah, I know. Obviously that's how he makes money.
Yeah.
But I know that he will definitely be excited to have people back, and also to hopefully do that podcast with Suits as well, which would be a good time.
Aren't those guys like kind of rivals in some way? Friendly rivals.
I don't honestly. I really don't know, because like it seems like they are, but they were both like really excited about the idea of doing this.
That would be interesting. I wonder if they would like poke fun at each other during. Yeah, or
tease
worse. Each other a little bit, or worse. Yeah, start. Going at it.
Shout out to Suits though, because he's been singing on Facebook Live.
His songs on Facebook are probably the most exceptional part of quarantine.
Yeah, I requested him to play or sing Empire State of Mind last week.
Oh, that was your request?
Yeah, that was me and Malcolm.
Yeah, that hit big time.
Yeah, it was really good. So, Suits, I hope you're hanging in there. If you're watching this, probably not.
Probably not.
He probably only watches his own episode. Yeah. Same thing with Simon.
I only watch my own episodes.
Simon always tells me, like, you remember which one's the best one, right? And it's probably, like, the only one he's seen.
Which is his.
Yeah. He's been on twice. He's probably only watched the first one. I don't know. Well, I guess if he watches this one, then he'll know. He'll be like, no, I actually watched this one.
Yeah.
But if he doesn't say anything, then I know that he only watches his one.
Yeah, well, you don't know that.
No, I don't, but I'm just going to say that for now. So when do you think people are going to start coming back? Because this is something that we've heard different things over the past 3 weeks. We've heard people saying they're coming back Sunday 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, right after spring break.
Everyone's like, no, next weekend. Now it's after Easter, but after Easter is seeming to like turn into the end of April.
Yeah, I think that the difficult thing was that when spring break began, we didn't really know exactly how bad this was going to get, particularly in New York. So the Monday before spring break is when classes were canceled, and they said classes will be canceled until March 30th or wherever.
Yeah.
And I think everyone was like going with that at that point. Then right before spring break is when they just canceled classes for the rest of the semester. But there were still only probably like 15, 20, 25, I'm not exactly sure, cases in New York at that time. So everyone was like, all right, this could blow over quickly, especially if we social distance for the next couple of weeks. It'll just be gone at that point. And then the numbers just kept going up and up and up and up. So I think as they've gone up, people have been like, all right, we're not going to come back right now. Public transportation is not working that well. There's not easy ways to get there. So I think it will take the numbers really going down before people begin to come back, and then when the guidelines are relaxed after that.
Yeah, a couple weeks. Probably.
Yeah, I know. Could be the beginning of May.
I know most seniors want to be back for May.
Yeah, I think almost everybody wants to be back if the conditions allow for it.
Yeah,
It's just
true.
kind of a difficult situation.
Yeah, it's crazy that since Fordham canceled classes, that like every 3 days my perception on this has changed.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like it was like, yeah, we'll be back. We don't have class, but we're all gonna have fun senior year.
Yeah.
And then it was like, okay, maybe people aren't gonna be coming back, and then it just got worse and worse until like a week into quarantine, I kind of accepted my reality for senior year, and I'm just looking forward to whenever it is over because I know the senior class will have a good time.
Yeah, basically, whenever it's over and New York's better and stuff, as if that happens to be in May or whenever it is, hopefully people can come back and things can be good at that point.
Yeah, it's true. I'm sorry for all the freshmen and sophomores and anyone else who lives on campus though, because they really can't. And there's seniors who live on campus too.
Yeah, there are, especially for seniors that live on campus.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a freshman or
they're coming back anyway.
Yeah, you're coming back anyway. My sister is a freshman at Babson in Boston, and she was one of the first colleges I heard of that canceled their classes for the rest of the semester. Like my mom called me one day after, it was like the same day that our classes were canceled, just leading up to spring break. My mom called me and told me she was driving up to Boston to move my sister out for the rest of the semester, and I was like shocked. Like I was like, how is that even happening? And now it's obviously the case for everyone. But I mean, I feel bad that she lost part of her freshman year, which is like a big part of college, but she has 3 more years. We don't.
Yeah.
We're done.
As a freshman, like I definitely would have been upset if it happened, but it wouldn't have been the same as going through it as a senior.
Yeah, I guess to our credit though, I mean maybe at least mine, but I feel like I'm about done anyways. Like I'm, like it's not like I had like, I mean I was looking forward to the stretch of senior year because it would be fun. Yeah. But I feel like I don't know, like I didn't, like college was pretty much on the way out anyways.
Yeah, that's definitely true. I agree.
Yeah, it's sad. Also, especially juniors who had an internship.
Yeah, the internship situation for people is very difficult because I don't know the exact information about it, but I think a lot of things have been canceled.
Yeah,
that's definitely a
and
shame.
especially like between junior and senior year is the right time to have an internship, and that's huge for having
because
work
that's
experience.
when they give out offers and stuff.
Yeah,
especially for.
I mean, I don't have a job lined up. I wasn't supposed to at this point, just because in media you can only start applying around now. But now I don't know what I'm gonna do because nobody's gonna be really hiring.
Yeah, I mean, once things open back up, hopefully they'll start hiring again.
That's the thing, is that for that and for the internship situation, like I feel like everyone's gonna be understanding because this affects everyone equally.
Yeah,
essentially.
It all depends on just kind of the situation with the economy. If enough businesses go
That's
under
true.
in the time being, that could be really unfortunate. But
yeah,
that's a whole nother.
Or there could be a job boom after this
maybe.
ends. But honestly, who knows? Because we could still be quarantined in August.
Yeah, it's not out of the question.
Really hope not, though.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's our update. I don't want to go too long on this because we'll be back at the very least for one more episode with us. That'll go for a while, and we'll just talk about whatever. Hopefully I can get some other ones in there, but hope everyone's doing well, staying safe, staying inside, unless you absolutely have to go somewhere. And
6 feet apart.
6 feet apart.
Everybody knows the rules.
I'm watching you. But yeah.
It's
anyways,
not funny.
Yeah, it's not. Until next time, this is Fordham Firesides. Goodbye.